A is 22.4 to 1 decimal place. B is 2,400 to 2 significant figures. Find the minimum value for B over A. Now, a lot of people see this word minimum and they think, right, well, I just need the lower bounds for each of those A and B. Now, do not assume this is the case, because it's not always. So a lot of people try and teach you to memorise the ways. I think that the best way is just to try all of them. So try all of the different possibilities. So I'm going to show you how to do that. The first thing I need to do is figure out the lower and upper bounds for A and B. So let's do A first. So I've got 22.4. And that's been rounded to 1 decimal place. So it's the 4 that could have changed. So the 1 decimal place below would have been 22.3. And the one above would have been 22.5. And I need to think, well, at what point do we stop rounding from 22.3 and start rounding to 22.4? Well, that's 22.35. And at what point do we stop rounding from 22.4 and start rounding to 22.5? Well, that's 22.45. And that's my error interval for A. I also need to find my error interval for B. So B is 2,400. And it's been rounded to 2 significant figures. Well, there's the first is 2 and the second is 4. So again, it's the 4 that's changed. So if that was 2 significant figures below, it would be 2,300. And 2 significant figures above would be 2,500. At what point do we stop rounding from 2,300 to 2,400? That would be 2,350. And at what point do we stop rounding from 2,400 and start rounding to 2,500? That would be 2,450. And that was my error interval for B. So at this point, I'm going to draw a little grid. Now I know that what I want to be doing is B divided by A. So it's B divided by A. It's the red divided by the blue. So I need to remember that. And I need to do all the different options. So I'm going to do the lower. In fact, let me just do this first. So here's my little fractions. Let's move that one a bit over. Okay. So I'm going to do the lower divided by the lower. So the lower for B divided by the lower for A. I'm also going to do the lower for B divided by the upper for A. I'm also going to try the upper for B divided by the lower for A, and the upper for B divided by the upper for A. So I'm going to try all these different possibilities. And then I want the minimum value, so I'm just going to pick the lowest one. So rather than having a guess, rather than trying to memorise anything, I'm doing it in a logical way. So the lower for B is 2,350. And the lower for A is 22.35. I'm just going to get all the writing out of the way first, and then I'll get my calculator. The lower for B, 2,350. But this time I'm using the upper for A, which is 22.45. The upper for B, which is 2,450. And the lower for A, which is 22.35. The upper for B, which is 2,450. And the upper for A, which is 22.45. So I've covered all my options. And now I get my calculator and I'm going to work all these out. 2,350 divided by 22.35 comes up as 105.14. 2,350 divided by 22.45 comes up as 104.67. 2,450 divided by 22.35, 109.61. And 2,450 divided by 22.45 is 109.13. So I'm looking for the minimum. So my answer is the smallest number that's there, which is this one here. My answer is 104.67. Now this is not what some of you would have got, because some of you would have just assumed because the minimum, I'm going to do the lowest divided by the lowest. Well, that would be this answer here, which doesn't give you the smallest. So I've actually done the lowest divided by the biggest.